me that work and I can sell it, I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest. Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in the sense. At any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins.
Coach, a very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Minnesota Vikings. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season, Week 17, is underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Check 4. Ran. Hey, Charlie.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Ben Gideon in on the stop.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
Mike 50. Mike 50. Alert. Hey, orbit. Kill. Alert.
Now Trubisky. Dancing to his left. And Robinson with a big catch. And they got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Come on, baby. Woo! 18.
First down, a run with Cohen. And an alley to run. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, man. Watch the boot. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
Now Trubisky to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And this pass is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was hoping for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 36-yard line.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Cousins gives way to Cook. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy 1st down conversion. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
At the 47-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. First. 58, 58, Mike. Smooth.
They'll try to throw now. Cousins. He's got Smith here. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender.
Hey, we're good.
Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Cousins to throw it. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And incomplete, almost intercepted. Had a great shot of picking that off in the end zone. And now 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels. Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows the punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 10-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On 2nd down, it's Cohen. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play.
Bears 3, Vikings nothing.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Push him back.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. Open man, there is Patterson, complete. And they're going to get the first down here across the 15-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Trubisky gives to Cohen. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The Bears on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Hey, exit. Line 50, line 50. Check me out. Hey. Move. Line 50, line 50.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
58, come on. 58. Hey, flicker.
From the gun, here's Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. Throwing, Cousins. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. But they look at,
and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Following the interception, Cousins going top shot for Smith-Schuster. That's caught at the 25. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. A big play there for Minnesota. 52 yards. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
2nd and 6 at the 12-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Hey, Delta. 50's the money. 50's the money. You better be afraid of me. You got it.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Trubisky, he finds Robinson. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
3rd and 2. Now Trubisky, eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a 1st down. On 1st down, Cohen. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 14 yards in a Chicago 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st down, they go right back to Cohen. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. From the 41, Trubisky. This is caught by Robinson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. Trubisky now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, running with Cohen. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Lock in. Single. One away. Alpha.
On 2nd down now, it's Cohen. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. The kick by Pinheiro is good. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
That's fielded in the end zone.
Let's go.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Gun. Hey, no, easy.
To throw, Cousins. Wide open receiver complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 23 yards the pickup there.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. First down, here's the run with Cook. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Mike, the high. 180. Pick it up. Check safety. Hey, can't. Hey, can't. Hey, echo. What's that?
Now Cousins. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
58, Mike. You're not ready. Yellow. 58 to Mike. 3 buds.
On 3rd down, Cousins. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we've got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it with Cohen, and he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
First down, Bears.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Alert! You got time right there. Check!
They run. This is Cohen. And he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And with a flag on the field. And that one looks to be in the area where someone was held. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now it's Trubisky. The screen pass here to Cohen. 17 yards to pick up there.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield, a really nice pickup.
On 2nd down, it's Cohen, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And the Vikings are going to beef up their secondary here. 6 DBs on 3rd.
Alert! Go! Alert! He's checking. Crash!
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is taken at the 15. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. I tell you what, it's kind of hard to imagine. They have not scored a single point, and yet they're in this position. A touchdown drive here, and they're in the lead.
Normally, when you have 0 on your side of the ledger on the scoreboard, you're a little bit discouraged. But when they look over and see their opponents, they don't see a number that's way out there. They don't see a number they can't attain. In fact, they can get it right here on this drive and potentially take the lead.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
To throw again on 2nd down. Cousins. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
Just work with me a second here because in my lifetime, seeing how quarterback percentages have changed in throwing the football, I mean, back in the good old days, if you were around 50%, you were doing okay. But now, you need to be 65 to 70% to be considered an elite quarterback. And in this ball game, I feel like we're playing old school. Right around 50%.
Yeah, he's under 50%. He needs to start hitting more targets. But they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. Cousins now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. Draw play, Cousins to Cook. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
You can't block me. Leave it. 48. You can't block me. Hey, wahoo. 58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. Know your job. Yellow. Yeah. Mike, 58, right? Bravo. Blue Dan. Here we go.
Now on 2nd and 13. Cousins going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And this is caught inside the 5. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Juju Smith-Schuster. His 5th touchdown now on the year. As his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead here in the 4th. Bailey got the extra point, and they take the lead here at 7-6. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Trubisky flush to his right. Got a man. It's Patterson complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
General rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football, but sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Draw play here. Trubisky gives to Cohen. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They try again with Cohen. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. Now it's Trubisky. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. The 20. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Cordero Patterson scoring a touchdown against his former mates. And the Bears have retaken the lead. Trubisky to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution.
Hey, Charlie. That's a 48. Yeah, Mike. It's our field. Listen to me. Hey, it's our house. 58 to Mike, 58. It's 61. Matchbox lights.
Cousins. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Back to it after the pick six. Cousins nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. To try again after the sack. Cousins, that one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Cousins now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10.
Check 25, check 25. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. 49, check 49, check 49.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Complete. Smith has it. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And this is Shepard on the catch. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Khalil Mack in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears, and it was their defense.